Shio, hiano ik huoduhi. Hello, today is a beautiful day. It's a bit noisy today, and I'm not talking about all the birds. There's some work going on in our community in the neighborhood here. I wanted to talk about why I'm selecting the words I'm selecting. And I'm going to go a little bit out of that topic just to make a point. Many people want to have, I guess, categories of words that they can start asking, how do you say this? How do you say this? How do you say that? And we could do that forever. And you might not learn very much. So hopefully we're going to stay into a category of words that will teach you how the language works, the mechanics of it. And you can begin using that pretty much everywhere you go. Now, for illustration, right now everybody is concerned about the coronavirus. I'm smiling and you can't see it, so I'm not going to stay here very long, but this is what we're seeing on other people's faces. These aren't goggles, and you should have goggles, but I'm at home, so I don't have goggles. And we're wearing masks. Why? Well, we have a virus that has basically come back. It's based on the SARS-CoV-2, and now it's the coronavirus 19, but it's basically the same virus. And for an illustration of why we're not going to stick with or expand into all kinds of things that are relevant or that you might be interested in or that might expand a word list, and they might expand the word list, but they're not going to actually teach you how the language works until you get further down the road. But for an example, everyone wants to know how to say coronavirus, and there's a lot of ways you could say this, but we're going to go with one way I was shown. Halistulo, yuki or yuk, shone-la-du-ne-i. All right. This is literally the coronavirus's name. It basically actually says that it has a crown, or it wears a crown. Halistulo, it's a disease. Hayuki, those are different ways you might hear it said. And then 19, shone-la-du-ne-i. Now it's going to be 19th just because of how Cherokee count, and it's different from English, so 19th is more important. Do you notice this is a very complicated name? And yes, there's other ways to say it. They could be called a virus with spokes. I'm not going to go into all that. It could be called a virus that has pointy things, the Yankees. It could be a lot of different ways. But this literally is the crown, which is what corona means. It's a disease, and it's the 19th. Feel overwhelmed? I know I would if I was just starting the language and someone threw this long, complicated phrase at me. But it is something that's relevant, so I thought I would use it as my example of why we're not going to go into relevant words, because relevance is just another way of saying it changes a lot. And instead, we're going to deal with some basic things that you will be able to use no matter what's going on in the world. And there goes the wind. And like the wind blowing away these cards, hopefully this virus will go away and we won't even have to worry about this, and it'll be an archaic term that somebody can look up in a book someday and we won't even have to worry about. And that's why we're not going to go into things that are happening or that are special requests or what you want to name your dog or what you want to name your cat or what you want to name your child. But we're going to give you words, hopefully, that will be a constellation of words that will help you to learn the language and not get distracted by everything passing by. Shki.